Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Kayla. Welcome to my channel. This is my 2-month update for pregnancy number 2 with baby boy number 2. So as you've seen from the gender reveal video that we're having another boy. I'm genuinely surprised. I thought maybe we'd have another girl. Besides one cousin on my husband's side of the family, there hasn't been a boy born in almost 100 years. And his cousin's kind of an anomaly, but it's just boy after boy after boy for just generations and generations. And you know, the sperm is what determines the baby's gender, so it only depends on my husband's side of the family. And so when I met him, I knew we'd have a high chance for club feet, which is my first son had, my husband has, my father-in-law has. So I knew one of my kids at least would have club feet, and I knew I would not have any girls. Now I thought, statistically, the chances of, like, you can't just go forever in one family having no of one gender. So I thought maybe the chances were really high that if it were going to happen, it would be me, and maybe to break the chain, but I guess not. Cody, my husband, he's the youngest of his siblings and his cousins, and everyone's done having children, so now it's literally up to the next generation to try for a girl. So it will be over 100 years before the first girl is born into the family, besides that kind of far off cousin. But yeah, so the oldest of this next generation, which would be which would be Connor, my son's third cousin, the oldest of that generation is 10. So another like 15 years or more, 15 to 20 years, we'll see if there's more girls born. So that also means that I probably won't have a granddaughter either, and I'll most likely have to deal with Connor's children having club feet as well, or son. But I'll be the best help for that, and I will be there for everything my daughter-in-law could possibly need. I will be the best mother-in-law and the most helpful in any way that my daughter-in-laws need. That is my vow. You know, they say boy moms stop becoming a mom once the youngest turns 18, because they, you know, the way God is designed, they're the heads of their households when they get married, and their wife kind of takes that place, and as it should, it's natural. And I'm not used to that because me and my sister are with our mom, and my mom was a single mom, and so we, you know, she's my mom forever. Like, I'll always need her. She's in there with my deliveries of my babies and helping me, you know, with newborn days, breastfeeding, everything. And I will never get that experience, ever. So, because my, you know, daughter-in-laws don't want that, and it's just, that's for their mom. So my role will look very different the rest of my life, and I just kind of have to accept that. And I know there's, you know, certain cases where that's not true. Obviously, like my cousin married someone who her mom passed when she was really young, so my aunt kind of has not taken the place, but taken that spot and filled that spot for her in her needs throughout, you know, motherhood and everything. So obviously it's not, you know, shoo-in for everyone, but in general, once my youngest, this one, turns 18, I'm not really a mom anymore, so I'll just have a lot of dogs. So yeah, so I'll just have grandsons and no granddaughters, no one to paint nails with. I'll just have to paint Lucy's nails, our doggy, our precious golden retriever. That's my girl. If only dogs could live forever with us. But so those are some of the things I'm coming to terms with accepting this month, and I'm actually 3 months long filming this, so I'm just kind of backlogging on this part. So that's why this video I'm not going to show a bump date, because it's literally not accurate. Just how my bump looked at month 1 is exactly how it looked at month 2, like just exactly. I didn't grow at all. In month 3 I'll have an update, bump update, and it's bigger. 6 weeks along, I got my blood drawn with the Sneak Peek brand blood draw test for gender, and got the results the next day. My friend got the email, which was a boy, put the blue balloon inside a box. Me and my husband, just the two of us. It was like on a Wednesday night after Thanksgiving, I believe. Opened the box, just the two of us after we put our son to bed, and out popped the blue balloon, and I realized my little box that I've saved for a little girl is gonna be gone. I'm just gonna give it to my sister because her husband has the opposite problems. He has all girls in his family. So that is not my life path, I assume. So, you know, everyone says, well, you can just have a third, but that will not. This is our third baby, so assuming our very first that we lost to early miscarriage was a boy, this, you know, everyone in Cody's family only had 2 kids, and I always thought, man, if they'd had just one more kid, if everyone had had just 3 kids, that would have been their girl. Well, this shows that's obviously not true. So you see the families on Instagram, they have 10 plus kids trying to get their girl, and they never do, or vice versa. So I'm not cut out for that. That will happen to me. This next baby, if I ever had one, number 3, would not be a girl. And the chances of club feet are significantly higher. It's like 65%, you know, chance of having it if it's a boy. And for a girl, it's like 5. So I would have loved to have been just at ease the second finding out if it was a girl, like, oh, I don't have to worry about club feet. So I have to still kind of worry about that because this is a boy, so the chance of club feet are 65%. And in Cody's family, it's 50-50, but when you have the first child with club feet, the chances increase to the next child if it's a boy, which it is. So then the next day, or no, that was Wednesday, then Friday we found out the gender, then Saturday we had our family gender reveal. I held a soccer ball I filled myself blue powder. My husband had a football filled with blue powder, that's his sport. And we had blue popper cannons with powder and confetti. We all shot off in the yard, and me and my husband kicked the balls. Blue exploded everywhere, you saw the video. And my whole family, only my mom guessed girl. Half the people wanted it to be a girl, but logically it's like, it's not going to be, I'm going to guess correctly, and went back to boy. So only one person of 30 guessed girl, and my poor mom was wrong again, so my sister will give her a girl. So I'm a boy mom. Yes, I can't believe myself, it's still sinking in. So that was the big thing for this month. It was month number 2, finding out the gender, which is incredible, by the way, to find out at 6 weeks along, with 99.9% accuracy. Unbelievable. It will be confirmed for our second ultrasound at 12 weeks, which also leads me to, we got our first ultrasound this month as well at 7 weeks, 6 days. And I was measuring 2 days ahead, which is surprising. And everything looked fantastic. I was a nervous wreck. The ultrasound techs are always grumpy people, always. And so, you know, I went in and I was like, hey, I'm really nervous. I've had a miscarriage before. First ultrasounds don't go well for me. And she was just like, lay down. So there was no fluff, it's gonna be okay, let's just hear the heartbeat. No, none of that. She's just like, lay down. Just continued on like nothing had happened. Luckily, we found the heartbeat immediately. It's a strong 155 beats per minute. And yeah, it just looked perfect as ever. Everything about me looked perfect, and I was really grateful. And the nausea has been something else. I say the intensity of it's worse than my first pregnancy with Connor, but the duration has seemed to, of the intensity has been a lot shorter. I'm nauseous the same, but like the bad days are really bad, and I feel like I have less bad days than I did with Connor, if that makes sense. The difference with this morning sickness versus my first pregnancy is this one I can combat it with eating a little bit. With Connor's, when I ate, I felt worse. So this one's a little different in that perspective. And also the only other difference in this pregnancy than my first is I wake up all the time. I don't know if it's just because I'm a mom and I'm pregnant and I'm worried about everybody, but I will wake up all night long, not to go to the bathroom, just to wake up. I'll just wake up and I'll be up for hours, which is so frustrating. So I don't get a lot of sleep right now. And that's frustrating because I know that is very precious because I'm a stay-at-home mom. I need that sleep to watch my son, Connor. Also, this pregnancy is so different with, I'm exhausted. I was not tired at all with Connor's pregnancy. I actually had more energy. I had more sleep. With this pregnancy, I have no rest because I'm raising my son. And so I am exhausted and so tired all the time, and there's no rest, especially when you don't feel good. So it's been a little rough. We also went through Thanksgiving, which I was 6 weeks along then, or just about 6 weeks at Thanksgiving, I believe. And we went to my mom's for Thanksgiving, which is in Knoxville, Tennessee, this year instead of my husband's family. We rotate every other year. And next year we'll have 2 boys, and we'll be luckily here next year. I planned it that way, so I don't have to travel with a 5-month-old that would be 5 months, 4-month old at Thanksgiving. No thank you. No thanks from me. So I'll pass on that. My son Connor, as you've seen my videos, he's 19 months old now, and I am 3 months currently along with this baby, but in this video in 2 months. So trucking right along, and stay tuned for month 3.